I've been waiting for at least a month to do this, guys. At least a month of just holding back and collecting medals and waiting for CvC to hit so that I can finally upgrade my affinity bonuses, complete this goddamn challenge, finally get my Lego skill tome from here, and now we only have the artifact challenges left. And seriously, what is this? I'm not looking forward to doing that, so I might delay it for a little bit more. Let's keep on upgrading. I'm just gonna bring up my spirit affinity first. Now that I've done this, I can just focus on one. And that gives juicy points, as you can see. How are you doing, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Super stoked to have you here for CvC. Today we're not going to talk about CvC, because I'm sure y'all have heard enough. We're not going to talk about CvC, but we're going to be doing CvC activities while talking about some other things that have been on my noggin recently. And I won first place! Let's go! Someone really tried to snipe me there at the very end, but luck was not on their side. Champion chases are so subjective with these things as well. Oh, stop tempting me with these offers. Speaking of which, I've got something special for all of you guys, new and old players. Now you can get up to 25% cash back on every purchase you make in Raid. Here's how to do it. Click the link in the description and download or update Raid through Aptoide. It works on Android, but if you're on any type of PC, just use BlueStacks. Sign in to your Raid account, download and configure the Aptoide wallet. Use the promo code BB, open Raid, and make your first purchase. You get up to 25% cash back on every purchase in Raid, and then you'll be able to use it for some more goodies. Don't miss out. Click on my link, use the promo code BB, and get your cash today. Now we've made some progress in the player and points program. We're slowly getting closer to our 10 CR the chart fragments, and out of which I only have maybe 10. Wait, let me find them. No, 20. Wow, I have 20 CR fragments. All right. Either who, I've been saving these big pulls for CvC, and I will go ahead and I will claim my Archmage helmet. Boom, 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 boom. And while I could have actually pulled them for the champion chase, I think the champion chase ended as CvC started. And between champion chase and personal rewards in CvC, I would like the personal rewards. Thank you. There's Archmage helmet. He fills his turn meter by 20% on his A1. Attacks one enemy. If he crits, he attacks all other enemies as well. Second hit has a chance of placing a stun. After attacking, decreases the turn meter of each enemy without a stun by 20%. 30% increased speed, 30% increased crit rate, and 30% increased crit damage on all allies for 2 turns. Immune to turn meter reduction effects from enemies. This guy, I might plug in some of my arena teams. Tag team, maybe... his ally speed is too little for classic arena. But he will come in handy in PvP battles for sure. And the next one up is Yannicka, but I'm wondering if I should hold off from pulling her now, or if I should wait for this clan to pick up some speed before I go ahead and I bomb out the big one. But I kind of want to go ahead and start earning my milestones, because I'm already in tier 3, and that's a lot of points to earn, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my Yannicka. I'm gonna show you in a little bit how many books we have in reserve to work with, alright? Let's appreciate this. Whee! 30,000 tournament points for a Yannicka. Double slasher with a leech chance on each hit for 2 turns. Attacks all enemies 2 times instead if this champion is under a veil, which she does bring here on her A2. She places a veil, perfect veil, on herself for 2 turns if she crits this attack. When ascended, the veil lasts for a whole 3 turns, and then she gets an extra turn. On her A3, she attacks all enemies, ignores shields, removes shields from targets if this champion is under a veil or perfect veil, then deals extra damage equal to 15% of the value of the removed shield buffs. So at least in go second teams, when you can't rely on, blocking their buffs or even nuking them outright when you go first, this champion is gonna take care of all these shields that can be removed for you. I don't know in what circumstance I will use Yannicka. Definitely maybe in tag team. Even though I already have my tag team set, from now on I just need to upgrade it, basically. But she is a good contender. I mean, she is. Good arena champ. Nevertheless, might build her for live arena someday, With the restrictions, it's gonna be really hard to use my He-Man and my Arbiters all the time. Arbiter for speed up and Either way, as you can see, we've been bulking for the fusion, and I don't want to spend too many resources doing what I'll be doing today. But I do need to spend my keys here in the Faction Guardian Crypt. Oh, let's actually level up this Yannicka that we just got, because the High Elves are on rotation today. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is actually two things. Since I'm currently not in a preachy kind of mood, I don't really want to tell you guys what to do, how to do it. It's your account, it's your game. You get to choose the journey, which is the best part about this. I wanted to talk about what it feels like to be mid-game versus what it felt like to be early game. And I'm sure that a lot of people will relate, but I'm analyzing some things here in my player journey and how things have changed for me since I started Raid. As someone who's never dabbled in the genre, never played, never heard, sure, the memes are out there, right? But I've had no association with Raid prior to this. Let's grind some stupid tag team first while I talk. I need something automatic here. Early game is tough. Early game is really challenging. It can be for people like me. People with no previous experience. Are we actually dying here? Pfft, homies. Oh my god. Let's just move on. Jesus Christ, I don't know what that was. Either way, early game is usually the easiest part of a game, right? In every other... I'm trying to think of exceptions here, but this is just my personal experience with games, right? And I've played mostly simulators, management games, puzzle games, dungeon crawlers, RPGs, some MMORPGs, some single player. I have some experience, right? My whole life, even unprofessionally so. And I'm getting distracted here. Maybe tag team wasn't the best choice for background for me. But you're gonna learn a lot about me today. One of those is that I am really bad at concentrating. Really bad at holding a thought straight for a long time. Okay, so early game in Raid is super challenging, right? For me, it was very challenging to learn all of the game mechanics, to start learning all the champions, to figure out what I should be doing first, second, third, what I shouldn't be doing. There's a lot of rules in the beginning that you have to start learning. A lot of them, and you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. Or not so much mistakes, maybe some that could screw over your account completely, like, oh, watch us get absolutely annihilated here. Let's continue. Up until a certain point, early game is just an absolute nightmare. At least for me it was. And then you start getting a grip of yourself and the game, and you start learning the rules, and you start understanding what you did wrong. But I found that Raid is a game that you can't really complete by yourself. You're gonna need guides. I mean, you're gonna rely on guides all the time. It's not a game that you can just raw dog, you know what I mean? I haven't met a person who didn't need a little bit of help in the beginning. Well, mind you, I've played a lot of games where I haven't opened a guide once, okay? So that was culture shock for me. I needed a guide about everything. It's not just one thing, not just 2-3 things. I needed a guide on absolutely every aspect of the game. I needed a guide on how to build the champions. I needed a guide to explain to me what clan boss is and what it does. I needed a guide to explain to me what arena is and how to not waste my medals. I needed a guide to tell me which champions were good and which weren't worth booking out and what booking out was. And you understand me? There was just so much right off the bat, and that overwhelms people. I feel like that overwhelms a lot of new players, even continuously up until late game, when you don't have to spend a good solid like 3-4 hours of your day every day to progress somewhere, right? And a lot of people just don't have these 3 hours to dedicate to just Raid, you know, you feel me? If Raid wasn't my job, I would have quit maybe 3 months ago. Maybe even 4. What I'm saying is that a lot of people quit because early game just takes way too long. It's way too many things, way too many... The tutorial is ginormous. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Maybe it's a bad thing for some people, but definitely not for everybody. There's an element of grind to it that is enjoyable, that gives you a sense of achievement, you know, a sense of gratification, almost, in a way, like you've done a good job at something, you've developed something, you know? And we're gonna talk about that and how that comes to play with the endgame experience and what I'm seeing in different YouTube content creators and what I keep seeing with people that, you know, extend the threshold of, say, over 2 years of gameplay. Can we beat this boss? Let's try it. We might not be able to, but I'm just gonna sit and assess. Because this was, barely. But yes, a lot of people would maybe agree to disagree with me. Maybe I am, once again, expressing a very unrelatable opinion. But I am not necessarily the target audience for Raid Shadow Legends. A weird thing happens when you get Arbiter, when you start building your champions faster, when you beat Demon Lord, Ultra Nightmare, and when you do these milestones, when you do complete them, as long as it takes you. For me, it took half a year because I was completely new to the game. I had no knowledge. And also, keep that in mind as well, because we're gonna talk about it. Suddenly, you start progressing everywhere. And I mean, rapidly. You start hitting milestones left and right. The shards wake up also. It seems like you're getting better champions more frequently. You get more resources to build out your champions. More books, mostly. The books are crazy. The amount of books that I've been getting since hitting Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare is astronomically large compared to when I was making guides on how to, say, I don't know, earn 25 shards every month. It's crazy. The jump happened for 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe. And it wasn't after I started raiding both chests. Just better time management on my part, really. But you know, the skill time management comes with experience with the game. I feel like I can't have good time management. I couldn't have possibly when I didn't know what needed to be done and what would have taken priority, right? So, thank you for all of the content creators that push this community forward and that are the reason why Raid is so big. I'm 100% sure it's all of the people that supply with all of the guides out there and put a little bit of their personality in these videos. Wow, I didn't expect to get humbled like that immediately. Okay, never mind, we're going back a stage. And we're gonna turn on our multi-battles so we can focus. But I'm happy that we pushed for chicken here. I will need them. Let's craft some perception gear. Wait, do I have any missions? 20 rank 5 or higher artifacts at the forge. No problem, no problem. And then we have to craft some helmets. I have to remember. And then glyphs to max. Get 5 max substat upgrades. And then fuse rosin. The jump is from 0 to 100 here. What is this? And then afterwards I have to earn 10,000 points in tournaments and the whole thing refreshes. So that's how it started. And that's how we keep going. Stage 14 of the High Elves. Doom Tower boss 30. Upgrade 3 affinity bonuses to level 10. Well, thank God I started on that too. I feel like I'm moving well with these Ramen 2 missions. The Marius is on the other hand. I'm hard stuck here. I need to build that Armiger. I really do. And someone asked me, and I saw the comment in the comment section, but I haven't replied yet. I reply to comments on Sunday. New rule. It helps my mental health so much more. Ice Golem. My struggle. Just a little bracket. Opening a bracket and we're gonna continue the deep conversation that we had earlier, I promise. Let me just see how we're doing with time. Oh my god. I'm yapping. Volcanoes has a block revive. Yes, but on a condition. I cannot beat Ice Golem with Volcanoes because I need to involve a whole Demon Spawn team. And for that, I need to build out Cat. And I need to build out Prince Kaimar. Who I need to build out with speed. And guess who takes priority in my speed build right now? Guess who all of my triple and quadruple speed rolls are going for right now? Guess who? That's right, Arbiter. And I still cannot get her to be as fast as I want. So while these guys are doing their thing and Let's Forge, let's talk about how mid-game is changing the perspective of players entering endgame later. Because I can already feel it in me. I'm starting to get less excited about pulling legendary champions. I remember, like, first 3 months was such an inexplicable... You know what? It was addictive. It's what it is. Now I'm already addicted. And so now it feels like I need to pull to have fun in this game. Yes, I'm gonna be very real with you and that stings a little to hear coming out of my mouth. But it's an aspect to it, man. It's an aspect to it when you're not a type of player who grinds like this. So I'm not a type of player that likes the grind like that. And I don't know how to justify this. It's just a feeling that I have. And I was looking for ways to justify it. I was looking, what are these gauntlets? I'm pissed off. Either way, I was trying to look for a reason to justify it. I'm not gonna give it a reason or justify it. But this is reality. And Let's see. Ah, thank God. Okay. I think I'm just gonna sell them. Wait, I'm gonna roll them again. Dude, I could do something with this. I feel like, I don't know, it's a lot of defense. It's a flat gauntlet, but it's a lot of defense, has speed accuracy in there. I don't know, I have a desire to keep it. Another thing that's happening in mid-game that I'm paying attention to that wasn't like that in early game, I spend less time. I spend less time on the game, which is great. Because you have auto battles for Nightmare Clan Boss, say. You have auto battles for Hydra. You have multi-battles. You're starting to build speedrun teams. You're starting to get generally faster at the game. And especially if you're working with tools like RSL Helper, like Optimizer. Let's open our Transcendent chests. Ooh, for the crit damage and the resistance and the HP, sure, why not? Oh, we hit a Sacred Shard! Awesome. Let's open the other chests as well. How are we doing with points? Alright. Mid-game is about overthinking which champions to level 60, which champions to book out, which champions to sacrifice. What you need to book out first, your priorities. You're rearranging your priorities entirely and completely. Rebuilding champions, swapping out gear, spending hours in dungeons just to find an upgrade for the piece that you're looking to upgrade for months. Mid-game is also quite tedious. So, are we leading up to the deduction that endgame is the only fun part about this game universally? Universally, and I mean for absolutely everyone involved in the game. Or is it that getting to late game is gatekeepy? It feels gatekeepy. It feels almost like you have to prove yourself to be the most consistent, most long-term playing, most dedicated, most up-to-date, most, you know, like, or Kraken, or just pay, you know, to get there. Is that classic? Wait, what is being finalized? Dragon, I didn't even participate in it. I guess I did some. I forgot about it completely. Oh well. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. How long is it gonna take you to reach endgame if you're not obsessed with Raid Shadow Legends? That's my real question. And when you get there, is it even fun anymore? What part of Raid Shadow Legends kills the fun? And I know that a lot of people are have talked about this prior to me. This is not news, and I'm not just discovering the earth. And from there stems my second point and my second question, really, not really question, but I will call it a thesis so that we can sound smarter. When you have a game that has a very obsessive nature, in a way, very check back with me every day or else energy, and I'm someone who is very calloused, disciplined, so I will check back every day, and I will consistently push out a video every day, and not only because it's my duty and responsibility as a content creator, but also because it's the nature of the game. It's kind of what the game is asking you to do. And by not doing it, I feel like I'm sabotaging my own journey to end game, you know? Because the game has already been out for what's over 5 years, and I have to race with an entire community to get to end game. There's pressure coming from my workplace, there's pressure coming from the community, but getting to endgame takes years. Why does it take years? Why is it gatekeeping? That's what I'm failing to understand. And so when we have all these factors and we have someone who has been playing for a very long time and is literally pulling what's thousands of amounts in primal shards to hit a mythical champion that they haven't hit, but their index is otherwise full, when do you know when it's time to stop? When do you know when it's time to call it quits, you know? When does it start being more toxic than fulfilling for people? I feel like what Raid is trying to do, and it's playing along with the dangerous little line, how to make a game immortal. You know, how to have people constantly engaged in the game. Never leave it. Make them feel trapped in it. Make them feel FOMO and like they're missing out. Or genuinely build around with the community. I don't know. It seems like here it's a mix of a lot of elements, and while we do have a ginormous community, the Raid community is massive. And we have some really good people in the community. We have some really good people working on the game. But the nature of it, of the events, of the fusions, of the progression of the game, of the RNG even, the way that everything costs so much silver and energy, I don't know, there's something not fully consensual going on here. I feel something coercive, right? But I can't put my words on it, and I can't put my mind on it either. So I'm turning to you, my viewers, and the people who have been playing this game for a lot longer than me. Some for as long as me, but most for a lot longer. Oh my god, let me just take care of this Armand's. Jesus Christ. Just, yes, thank you, my god. Just, the wand of submission here really, really helps me deflect that, stun right back at Armand's. Why do you have an unkillable? Sorry about that, that was annoying. Anyway, viewers, do you feel sometimes like you're being low-key coerced into doing your dailies every day and doing your advanced missions every day and doing your tag team arena and doing your classic arena and following all these events and fusions and yada 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 when there's literally a life out there? How do you feel? Is it just the game clashing with my personality type? Is it a thing that a lot of people feel and experience? And I'm speaking purely out of intuition here and purely out of my ass, and I really hope that this is a safe space so we can do this, you know? And on that topic, I think I'm gonna book out some champions here, and especially my Cold Heart, who's been sitting unbooked and waiting for God knows how long. And there we go. Is that full? Full. Oh my god, just one more, bro. Is there one in the clan shop? I would buy it. I would buy it, but that's the last book that I need. Genuinely. Stop it! I think it's refreshed. Yes, awesome. And there is no books. But I have a Lego book, and I will buy it. And your coral fragments, thank you. And I'm running out of gold. Now I have to make some gold back. Where am I gonna get a rare skill tome from, man? Anyway, thank you for coming to my existential crisis Monday morning. Is it Monday? It's Tuesday, guys. I don't even know what day it is. But I wanted to go off script because we're all just waiting for the fusion. Everything has already been said. I'm very tired of having to pretend that the content that I create and I put out there is new. And I made it. And I came up with it. Because it's not. Everything is just regurgitated and refreshed and reused. And this is a very... I feel like I'm gonna start dropping too many truth bombs if I continue shooting this, so I'll stop here. Stay tuned for some upcoming videos where I will fall back behind the mask of a raid content creator. Thanks for hanging out with BB, and I'll see you guys again in the next one. Bye!